Jeremy Stevens, of course, doesn't need any introduction for this one. Big fight coming up. Number 8 versus number 4. Rankings don't mean anything.
Yeah, not in UFC anymore. Rankings or belts don't mean jack. It's all about the fight.
So, talk to me about this fight. First, take me through. Your manager gives you the phone call. Hey, they want you to fight Josh Emmett. Were you excited? Did you have to sit around and think about it for a minute? Like, what? Give me the honest thing. What happened when you got this phone call?
They didn't call my manager. I was sitting down, smashing a few brews with my uncle. I had a great dinner with my wife. We were back home. We're talking about, houses that, we plan on buying and stuff like that. Next thing you know, Dana gives me a call, says, hey, got a great opportunity for you. And I said, say no more. I'm in, and he's like, oh, it's a main event. It's going to be Josh Emmett. And I was like, consider it done, dude. We're healthy. I was like, we're good to go. Like, sign me up. And we were ready to rock. So it
So
is what it is.
what was training camp like for this one? What did you have to adjust? Every training camp is great. Everyone's always in the best shape of their life. I got no injuries, like the typical story. But there's always something you got to tweak during a training camp. There's always some little thing that all of a sudden you realize you got to move, whether it's the opponent or something going on in your body. Like, okay, I need to work on this because this is happening. Like whatever it is. What was different for this training camp?
I don't really consider training camps anymore. This is a lifestyle for me. I've been at this for a long time. The older I get, it's just easier just to stay in the gym and stay at it. I don't really take too much time off. Like I'll allow my body to rest, and sometimes like I'll have to pull myself back and kind of starve that hunger and that motivation to get in the gym. This was perfect. We were already prepared for 5 rounds. Now it's just getting more accurate on my punches, getting different looks with wrestling, just sharpening up everything I've really been working on. When I first got back into camp, I thought we were just going to cruise on through and just be at ease. But Eric Del Fiero, he reminded me real quick, hey, this isn't cruise control time. It's time to get right back into the grind, and that's exactly what we did. And the first couple weeks have been real tough and back into that sticky hot situations and just preparing myself again for another 5 rounds. We're just building on everything that we've built on. We're getting more sharper and more accurate with the punches. Just everything's a little bit sharper now, and things are starting to let up off a little bit. We have one more full week of training, and I'm excited and motivated to get in there, get it done, and go in there and face a great opponent. We know he comes from a great team, and we're excited for this matchup.
So what happens during this next week with sparring? It's your last week of hard training. How many times are you going to spar? Full go, full bore, like hard.
I think today was my last day of sparring, to be
Okay.
honest. So everything went great, as you can see. No marks on the face. Sparring with some studs too. I got some killers, and we're focused and we're dialed in. We're ready to go. And I got right back into sparring. It wasn't like I took time off.
Okay.
Like I said, Eric Del Fiero, man, he don't really mess around too much. So I thought, hey, I'm just gonna be chilling for a little bit, and he reminded me real quick, this isn't time to chill out. It's, you got to fight here in a couple weeks. Let's get these first couple weeks out of the way. Let's grind them, and then you have your week to kind of cool, wind down, and then your week of the weight cut. So everything's just in gear. My cardio is even getting better. We're already prepared for 5 rounds. We don't get tired, man. We just keep going. Like I said, this is a lifestyle.
Who'd you spar with today?
I sparred with Miles Jury,
Hmm.
Justin Lawrence, and Rolando Perez, and I got in some rounds with Darian Caldwell, and I had Dominic Cruz in my ear. He's a little bit injured, but he's showing some good stuff today, some really sharp details, and we're just keeping real sharp. We fought their team so many times, and we got a good track record with them. We know they come, they train hard, they're prepared, but we're a different breed.
Have you changed up your game plan very much for this fight? It seems like your last couple of fights, the game plan's always kind of been the same. Get inside, grind them out. Get them down. Use your GMP to win as much as you can. And that kind of seems like the game plan you've been following. Is that still basically the same game plan? Like you don't really seem to change much between your fights.
No, because my game plan is always just to take you out, kill you, do whatever I got to do to get my hand raised at all costs. It doesn't matter. That's the fight game. We're not really too worried about what other people are going to do. We're focused on what we do best. And if I sit back and wait for people or try to switch up a game plan, this is MMA. at this level, at this many fights, I've been in there with the top ranked, all the killers, the best ground guys, the best wrestlers, the best strikers. I've been in there with the best in the world since day one, and I've been doing it a long time. So, we're well rounded. Just because you don't see my ground doesn't mean I'm
Right.
well grounded on the ground. You got to get me to the ground first, and once you get me to the ground, good luck keeping me there. And I've like I said, we've been in there with the best of the best. We know what to expect, and we're well prepared.
So what's your diet like right now? Weight's good. Everything's good. There's no
Yeah,
issues. Okay.
yeah. Taking only just 2 days off. I was in back in the gym on the third day. I literally had two
Oh,
days of eating kind of whatever I want. Had a beer and had some sushi and enjoyed a little bit of time. And I got the call on a Tuesday night. And the next day I flew out to Vegas to go talk to Dana. I was in the pool doing run-ins, kind of light conditioning. They allowed me to go there, get massages for free. I was eating there for free. So I didn't get a chance to blow up and get over like 170. I stayed pretty much around like what I fight at. And then, back to the diet it was. I actually enjoyed some really good meals this fight camp. I've actually been able to eat just a little bit more healthy nutrition
yeah.
food and be happy with my workouts. Like I'm eating more and able to lose more, and I'm a lot more happier. I'm not all sucked down. I didn't have to lose a ton of weight, so
Yeah.
my body didn't really blow up. I was just basically just in shape and in tune and ready to go. And like I said, we just sharpened everything up that we've been working on.
With this training camp going the way it is, and like you said, you've been able to eat more and are you going to try and keep your body weight down now all the time, so it's not that big balloon up and coming down? Because that seems to take a lot of gas out of you. And you have a high intense style. As the rounds get later, you start to fade a little bit because you've cut so much weight. Are you trying to keep your weight down lower now, or are you just going to let it bounce back up again?
I think just now, like I said, this is a lifestyle. I don't just do camps. I don't just take a ton of time off and then come in and do 10-week camps. I'm in the gym all the time getting better. It's not because I love it. I love
Yeah.
what I do. As it is.
Yeah.
We'll get older, and one day we're going to be missing those weight cuts, and just wishing that we were just involved in that type of it. So I just really enjoy those small moments. With USADA coming in, cleaning everything up, it allows me to change up my conditioning program to basically I'm ready all the time, and I enjoy the lifestyle. I eat like some junk on the outside, but I'm in the gym, and when it comes time to it, I have it pretty dialed in. So I have that on the lock.
Is there a nutritionist you use, or just stuff that you've been doing? You just know how your body works.
Yeah, George Lockhart with Fitness
Still,
DT.
okay.
He's one of my main guys. I've been working with him for years. I feel like he's the best in the business. I've been telling everybody that dude is the raw truth since day one. He wasn't
Yeah.
charging people 10 grand, like other dietitians, thinking they got some type of secret out there. George Lockhart is the truth, and he plays by USADA's rules. He is the real deal, man. And what better way to learn from Navy SEALs who had to go out there carrying all their stuff and real minimization of their food and getting the best optimization out of that. And with what they could carry, what their body just needed just for that exact amount, those exact times. So what better person to learn from than George Lockhart? And he's been a blessing.
Yeah, he's been a great guy. He's actually one of the guys I go to whenever I have a weird ass question. What is the real benefit of this thing? And a lot of times he's like, eh. I mean,
Yeah.
because if you like it and it's really your thing, then that's fine. But don't eat so much of it. Like keep it down, like whatever it is. He goes,
Mm-hmm.
but really it doesn't. But he goes, and he will tell you there is a lot of it of eating right all the time and not making it a diet, is making it so it's foods that you like and things that you like to do. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're like just suffering through the diet process, you're not going to do it, and you're going to balloon up to 190 in between
Yeah.
fights. It's just like, I don't want to do this unless it's training camp, But now you seem like, you found your rhythm, you found your pattern, you're kind of keeping your weight down. I like it better when you keep your weight down. I like it better when you're able to be a little bit smaller and concentrate on your striking and your pinpoint accuracy, than having to concentrate on, oh, here we go, I got to lose 5 pounds
Yeah,
this
don't
week.
have to go. Don't
Yeah,
have to go. Excuse me, let me ignore this.
yeah, no
I
worries.
don't have to go run and be trying to kill myself and all sucked
Yeah,
up and then be going through a workout like, oh, this sucks. This camp I was able to eat even a little bit more and power through these workouts. And it's been great. It's a good feeling to have full energy and do what I love to do.
okay. This is a weird question, but say there's somebody brand new, which there's brand new fans every day to the sport. There's somebody that happens just to be familiar with the channels and that catch your fight, and like, oh yeah, I heard this interview with him that he did with Trigg. What's your style? How do you explain to somebody what your exact style of fighting is?
Real fighting. I don't point. I don't look to take people down and hold them down. I literally try to fight you. I try to knock your head off into the roast so a fan can catch it for good luck, and I'll sign it later. I'm a true human highlight reel. I knock people out. I've been doing it, and I've been doing it naturally for years. I'm a natural man. Like I'm a natural
Yeah.
beast, man. It's what I do. I love to knock people out. I love to put them unconscious. I love to just beat people. I want people to quit on the stools. You can expect a real fight. You talk about street fights. I make fighters and good peoples and wrestlers. I make them street fight me. Like I make them be in those nasty wars, and I love that type of style. And if you like fighting, you're gonna be a fan of me.
So one more question before we get out of here. When's the next time you're going hunting?
Man, I actually wanted to go hunting when I was back a little bit, do some rabbit hunting, bird hunting, or whatever it
Yeah.
was. But I had to tell my dad, and my uncles, hey, I gotta go put in some work. So, hopefully next winter I get that opportunity. But in April back in Iowa, they have mushrooms. April, May, they have morel mushrooms that I like to go. So maybe that'll be my first hunt.
I thought for sure you're going to tell me. I got the phone call when I originally asked you. It's like, oh, I got the phone call and I was actually out rabbit hunting, and the phone chased one of them off. I had to stop and answer the phone, and that's what I was expecting the original question to go to, because I know you do like to hunt quite a bit. My son Frankie Jr. follows you quite a bit as well, because he likes to hunt in upstate New York, and Chad Mendez too is another one that loves to hunt. So that's why the question, family oriented, don't care about the fans. I want to know personally. So,
I was drinking peach brandy with my uncle and knocking back some Budweiser Selects. That's what I was doing. But we got the call, and I had to put down the bottle, and we're about to go kill somebody. So it's all good. It's what I love to do.
Jimmy, thanks so much for coming on here, man. Appreciate it. Have fun. I'm gonna enjoy this fight. I know you will too.
Thank you, Frank. Yeah, for sure, man. Always good talking to you.